Good evening and welcome back to live softball action from West Beach in South Australia. Great night for softball, bit of a breeze, but hold on tight, we're about to blow the roof off with fully loaded softball action. Vespas versus the Angels for game 1 in week 6. Poppy Carmen pitching for the Vespas. Jordan Lambert is up to bat for the Angels. And hello again, everybody. James Harris here. And joining me tonight for game 1 on the Spacequake Sports Cool team is Jess Neves from the Emmsee Sportswear Thunder. G'day, Jess.
Hello, hello.
Jordan Lambert will ground that one up to Poppy Carmen for the first out, but Regan Lambert will score from third base. Good play for young Poppy. She's in the state under-16 team.
Very good play.
One that comes hard, hit back at you straight away, straight into the ball game. So welcome to the ball game to Poppy.
Just making sure she's awake.
Chelsea Robinson's the new hitter now for the Angels and watches this one in for a ball. Jess, thank you for joining us.
No worries.
It's exciting to have the talent, so to speak, of our competition joining us here in the commentary positions. Have you watched much of the replays back at all? Do you regularly watch the Spacequake Sports coverage?
Sometimes I go home and just watch it over, watch how my team went, watch how I went. It's always good to watch.
Bit of a review, give you a chance for a reflection on the game. Robinson patiently watching as this one goes in for a ball. There's no force on now after that ground out from Jordan Lambert. One batter, one out, but 1 run scored. Chelsea Robinson looking to change that. Patient here tonight, Chelsea Robinson.
Very, very.
Yeah.
Just waiting for that pitch.
And for you, Jess, when you bat up at the top of the order, she grounds this one to the backhand side of shortstop. Nice play from Amber Hood. And a second run will score on an infield ground out. Good to see Amber Hood back in the lineup. She's had a couple of games off due to the broken finger.
Yeah, dislocated finger. So it's good to have her back.
And she's been one of the absolute star performers of this competition. We'll get to her batting stats when she comes up into the box. Now, speaking of impressive stats, we've got Sophie Hoyle up to bat now for the Angels, and she's one of the team leaders for the Angels, batting .500, 600 on base average. She's had 4 from 8, 2 walks, and it'll be just what the Angels need after somewhat of a slow start. 2 batters, 2 ground balls. Change up from Carmen.
Sophie does like to hit a big ball, so let's hope we can see that.
Yeah, well, our co-commentator here on the Spacequake Sports Call team, Mark Cramp, calls her the slugger of the West Orange team.
No doubt.
And she gets that one on the ground and chops it past third base, Cara Schultz. Might be a good chance to go through the defensive lineup for the Vespers. We've got Poppy Carmen pitching to Hayley Benithan, Becky Havas at first, Erin Stone at second, Cara Schultz at third, Amber at shortstop, and the outfielders are Jordan Lee, Maddie Cameron, and Ada Caruana. Not a bad lineup.
Very good lineup, very good.
Every one of the teams here are filled with state representatives, so nothing but the highest talent on offer here from South Australian softball. Now, Poppy's actually been pretty good considering her age. She's in the under-16 age group still. She's throwing at 5.3 batters per inning, and we'll talk about that in a moment as Amber Hood gets an easy ground ball
play
and makes another good play. So 3 batters for the inning, 3 outs. So that's excellent efficiency for Poppy Carmen, and I can touch on these pitching stats that we've got that have been provided by our terrific scoring team here at Softball ASA, led by Lindy Radigan, the state coordinator of scoring. Now, we looked at the stats, and the stats that really stood out to us were the number of batters per innings. The lower the number of batters per innings, the better your chances here. Like that might sound obvious, but don't forget we're starting with loaded bases, and we got about an average of 5.1 batters per inning, and Poppy Carmen's just thrown to 3 batters for 3 outs. Of course, it is possible to only throw to 1 batter because loaded base, you could start the game with a triple play. But
wouldn't that be nice?
Yeah, but Poppy's average at 5.3 is just a little over the league average, which is pretty good considering she's in under 16. So well done.
Very good
to Poppy. Now we've got Jessie Dresick is going to be pitching for the Nairne Angels, and one of these absolutely sensational innovative ways that we bring you the softball action is we're going to be bringing another first for softball. We've got Jessie Dresick to mic herself up. We'll see if we can get to her in a moment, and then we'll see if we can try and speak to her on field. Right. Say hi to her. Here you go. All right, well, we've got Jessie. She's concentrating pitching here to Maddie Cameron now. Hopefully I didn't put her off there. Jessie, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
Terrific. Well, Jessie, you've got one of the most dangerous hitters of the competition up to bat right now in Maddie Cameron.
Yeah, it's not easy.
Gets that one pretty close to the zone, but going to walk the first run in. So actually that's not too bad a result for you, Jessie, because Maddie Cameron is the second best hitter in this competition so far. 4 home runs, she's 9 from 16, she's hitting 563. So probably not too bad to walk in.
A little intentional there, James.
Bit of a plan.
Yeah.
That's a good plan. Maddie's always dangerous, so
Amber.
Good result for her.
Now Amber Hood up to bat. You get her swinging pretty wildly at the first pitch. You're going to keep her chasing.
Hopefully.
Fouls this one off, and well, Jessie, you're ahead of the count here, and you're pitching to your club teammate Chelsea Robinson, so surely you guys will have a plan on Amber here.
Yeah, we always try to have a plan when we approach good hitters, and working with Chelsea during full loaded makes it a lot easier to go at these batters.
2 strikes to count. Nice change of pace, Jessie, down to 88 Ks. Do you have a target that you like to drop down to when you're throwing off speed?
Anything below maybe 95 Ks. Anything below 100. Jordan likes the change-ups.
I can see that she's talking to you out there as well. She was moving her arms like she does when she talks. Another foul ball from Amber Hood. Well, Jessie, you're not new to the country. You played in the Adelaide Club competition last season. You're back with the Walkerville Cats this year after a premiership season. And then you're going to go away with the Stars team, the state team, to the Gillies Shield. How's this for your preparation for Nationals? We'll let her go here.
Nah, you're good, James. I just had to get through that pitch.
That's okay. How's this for your preparation for Nationals?
It's good because we get to face a lot of really strong hitters in pressure situations. So,
Amber just getting herself back into the count here. We might let you just concentrate on this rest of this hitter for us, Jessie. Thanks. We'll come back to you, though.
Thanks, James.
How about that, Jess?
Very good, very good.
That was it's a highlight for us with, well, home's going to be the play here for Jessie, and a double play will be made. Amber may have hurt herself because she didn't get out of the box too quickly.
Oh, I hope she's all right.
Well, a double play will help with the Angels. You just heard Jessie on the effects there, just asking if Amber's going to be all right. So, can you still hear us, Jessie? That was very nice of you to ask if Amber was going to be okay. She looks like okay. She's smiling in the dugout now. Great play, by the way, Jessie. Double play is going to help the Angels, seeing as that you gave up. You only scored 2 in the first. You've already given up 1, and that was, of course, the walk to Maddie Cameron, who's standing on second. Erin Stone's on third.
Oh, it's a
This
nice
one
piece.
just jams Hayley Benoithen. And right fielder for the Angels has just kicked the ball as she went to field it. And Zoe Young out there at right field. Hayley Benoithen's going to score 2 for the Vespas and to take the lead. Maddie Cameron will go back to first as the courtesy runner for catcher Benoithen. Well, 2 outs in the bottom of the first innings, and the Angels have just relinquished the lead. New hitters Jordan Lee, who's been batting pretty well in the competition so far. Jordan's batting 200, but she's been able to contribute in the field and pitching as well. So she's been a handy all-rounder for the Vespas.
Very good to have.
Now, your all-rounder, Steph Drzezinski, for the Thunder. She's absolutely pitching the house down at the moment.
Superstar. So handy to have on our team too.
Great
Oh, it's a
shot
nice piece.
from Jordan Lee out to left field, advancing Maddie Cameron to second base. Jordan Lee continues this inning going for the Vespas, and we spoke about batters per inning. Well, we're up to batter number 5 for the Vespas, and so any more, and the Angels will be in danger of giving up some more runs. Here, Cara Schultz is the hitter. Leaves this one alone. Off pace and out of the zone. Just fires that one in at a 107, Jessie. Did you hear that?
I did.
107 Ks. You've taken a bit off, I see.
Trying.
Just out of the zone for Cara Schultz.
Hey, Angels, 2-way here. Good D. Hey, you and me, Chelsea, rock and fire.
So we can hear Jessie just talking to her entire field there. That must lift you
Yeah.
when you're in your team, when your pitcher is encouraging your team and throwing down 110-kilometre-hour thunderballs. You know,
Yeah.
it's
Very handy to have.
Now you mentioned Steph Drzezinski, who's your ace pitcher for the Thunder, being a superstar. What's it like having her in your team? Is it because normally you'd play against her?
Yeah, no, it's really good to have her in our team. She fires the ball in real hard and makes it easier on us fielders, so it's good to have.
And obviously a unique format of the game. You're getting an opportunity to play with some players that you wouldn't normally get to play with. Who's the standout in your team that you're really enjoying playing with?
For me, it's Belle White. You know, when I play at second, having her next to me at short, just constantly talking to me, constantly letting me know about that next play, and it's so good to have and play alongside her.
Yeah, Aussie, Travelodge Aussie Spirit Vice Captain Belinda White just shooting the lights out of this competition. 5 home runs.
Oh, yeah.
Hitting a ridiculous 643 and a 762 on base average. So she's just... Cara Schultz grounds this one, and Jessie's going to do the fielding herself. Great play, Jessie. Got your team out of that inning there. You still hear me, Jess?
I can, James, absolutely.
Got a couple of plays in that inning, including a double as well. Good timing for that double off Amber Hood, the second batter.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah,
Well,
that was awesome.
thanks for joining us, Jessie. We might leave it there, and thanks for joining us. We'll probably catch you later on in the night. Well done, and we'll speak to you again soon.
Awesome. Thank you, James.
Well, the innovation continues. We've seen the camera on field from Spacequake Sports, and now we've got the player mic'd up. And wasn't that a treat? You know, we might even get to social media when we can, but see what everyone watching from home thought of that. I thought it was pretty fantastic myself.
I thought it was great too. We had the opportunity to have it last year with Vicky
That's right,
being
Vicky
mic'd up.
McFarlane was mic'd up.
So it's a really good insight to see how she talks to us, and it's good fun.
Yeah, well, Jessie and Vicky, the terrible twos, really. They did a road trip together up the east coast of Australia last year as well. So hopefully Vicky's bad influence hasn't rubbed off on Jessie.
No, I think she's all good.
I say that tongue in cheek because we love Vicky, and
We do.
if she's watching, we wish her all the best.
And we miss her lots.
Well, Poppy Carmen continues for the Vespas, and we might see that the score bug down the bottom has just spelt the name of the Vespas wrong. Just we'll get that one corrected. That's okay. But 3-2, the Vespas are leading after the first inning. Angels have the top of their order as the base runners in this inning. Jordan Lambert, Chelsea Robinson, and Sophie Hall. Some speed out there.
Lots of speed. Ground ball to outfield, get a few home, so.
This is a walk to, no, I was going to say this is Millie Fitch, and a walk to Millie Fitch to start off the second inning, and walks in a run for the Angels to tie up the game. Pippa Adkins, the new hitter up for the Angels. With week 6 of fully loaded softball action. Starting right here and now with the Vespas versus the Angels. Next up is the Vespas versus the Thunder.
Yep.
And the final game of the night will be the Thunder versus the Angels. You're sitting top of the ladder, sitting pretty up the top. Next week is grand final week. We will have a preliminary game. It'll be second versus third. Most likely to be these two teams for a chance to play off in the grand final against the Thunder, unless, of course, there's an absolute miracle where the games blow out, but I doubt that very much with the talent you've got waiting in your dugout. Oh, there's a bit of a mix-up here. Millie Fitch has taken a big lead off with that pass ball. Becky Havas now has it for the Vespas, and the runners are all going to return back to the bases where they started, so no damage for the Vespas on this occasion. So next week, grand final, you basically just got to keep the runs against down. You don't even have to win any games to advance straight through the grand final next week. What's the game plan for tonight going to be then? Just have a little bit of fun, and Pippa Atkins hits a long ball to right field. It's Ada Caruana getting under it, and just right on the line, Chelsea Robinson was tagged up, and she'll score. Hoyle was tagged up on second, advancing, and that'll leave runners at the corners with Millie Fidge at first base as well. So another run to the Angels.
That's a good piece of the ball.
Yeah, she got under it, I think, just a little bit, because she'd hit that one flat. I reckon that would have gone to the fence on the floor. Jenny Gray, the hitter, up to bat now. So just back to tonight's game plan. Is it going to change to the previous week, so you're going to save something for the grand final?
We'll keep it the same, and we'll save something special for the grand final. No point changing anything if it's working really well for us. So
absolutely, absolutely. So I guess that'll probably see you somewhere up the top of the order. Then you've had a reasonable tournament so far, Jess. Got your stats here. You're hitting 5 for 15 with a home run, hitting 333, which is fantastic. Softball, so you must be happy with that.
Yeah, really happy. Have been working on my hitting in the off season, so pretty happy with that.
And what was it like coming into home with the home run celebration?
I think ours is the best.
What did you do for yours? Was it the boom as you touched home, or did you?
Yeah, the boom, and I jazzed it up a bit the other week and did a cartwheel.
That's right, I remember that.
Copped a bit of slack from that, but it's all right.
The commentator at the time gave it a 6 out of 10, I think.
No, that's not too bad.
Jenny Gray also will get a walk. So Poppy Carmen just back-to-back, not back-to-back walks, 2 walks in the one inning. Of course, in between the 2 walks was that fly ball to right field, taken very well by Ada Caruana, one of the best in the business in the outfield, right?
No
How's
doubt.
the outfield in this team with Maddie Cameron and Ada Caruana?
Oh, it's amazing. I've been out there a little bit and I've been learning so much. And
We got Lambert with a shot in the karaoke, the 5-6 hole, and the Vespas with a terrific rundown play. Great cut-off from the Vespas outfield. That was Jordan Lee getting it into Cara Schultz, and then over to catcher Hayley Benathan. Statewide Super Replay shows Sophie Hoyle scoring, saying get down, but Millie Fidge wanted nothing to do with that, and she got herself run down for the second out. So good shot from Regan Lambert, an RBI single.
Very good shot.
Former teammate of yours
Yes.
when you had a season at Glenelg.
Yep, two seasons
Two
at
seasons,
Glenelg.
yeah, correction. Good to see Regan getting a hit there. She's actually hitting pretty well herself. That hit will put her up to about 333 herself. She's on base though, is 455. So just finding ways to get on, Regan, helping her team out. There's 2 runners on for the Angels. How important is that in this game? Just getting the ball into play and scoring the run.
Yeah, anything can happen. Just getting that ball onto the ground.
Zoe Young from the left-handed batter's box puts it up to the second base player, and a good catch taken by the Vespas, Erin Stone. We're on camera now, Jess. Say g'day. I'm sitting on a booster seat, so it's so if anyone's watching at home, it's not because Jess isn't 6'3" like I am. Jess, while the camera's on you, why don't you say hello to anyone who'll be watching at home, and we'll go to social media and say g'day.
Hi, Mum, Dad, sister.
They're all watching,
That's
are they?
They are, yes,
okay,
they
yeah,
are.
no worries. We've got a few people watching. Softly Say Life member Jill Williams watching from home tonight. Well, Jill, it's a little cold. You can see them in the jacket. Sonia Young cheering on the opposition tonight. Kieran and Chris are watching as well. We love getting their comments. Dee Anderson says loving the interview with the players, as did Jill Williams. Jack O'Loughlin's watching. Hey, Jack, come down and we'll put you on the mic, mate. That is an open invitation. And Faris is watching, who is one of the co-owners of the Scoots Cafe West Beach Vespas, along with his lovely wife, Hayley. Well, your team is doing pretty good. Scorebug shows 3-all, but it's 4 runs to 3 in favour of the Angels at the moment. And we can, if Faris, if you're still watching, the Vespas are in pretty good form. Dead ball here as Becky Havas hits it into her own leg. Vespas have got the wood over the Angels at the moment. 4 wins from 5 games. Vespas over the Angels, and of course the Thunder. Perfect record against the Vespas so far. 5 wins from 5 games played against the Vespas, but it's the Angels got the wood over you.
Yes.
3 games to 2. Looking to level that up tonight.
Yep, hopefully.
Becky Havas leaves this one alone downstairs. Runners on base for the Vespas are Cara Schultz, Jordan Lee and Hayley Benithan. Jessie Dressick just going about her work pretty well here, and Becky Havas puts this one into right field. Jordan Lee got a good jump from second base. Zoe Young throws it into the home, and a great play from Zoe Young. What a great throw.
Very good
Hit
throw.
the target on the fall in a straight line and saved a run, although 1 run did score. That was Hayley Benithan that scored from third. Ada Caruana will come up to bat now, and runners are on second and third. Good shot from Becky Havas.
Very great. Very, very good shot. When you got runners on hitting right side is what you want from your hitters, so very good.
Could see the Vespas bullpen from here, and that is Ella Forrester warming up, one of your club teammates, because the pitchers maximum of 3 innings per night and only 2 in any one game. So this will be Jessie's 2nd inning, and she won't get any more this game, but she will be allowed to throw another one later on in the night. Must be a relief to see the ace go out and, you know, the backup come in, but there's not much reprieve. It's a ground ball to Jordan Lambert. She won't throw out Ada Caruana. Another rundown play. Cara Schultz thought that Lambert was going to go to first. Jessie Dressick's in the rundown play. Out is made.
Good play.
Chelsea Robinson ends up with the tag, so Jessie's in the action. Good play from Lambert on the statewide super replay. Jessie had no business being in that. Pitcher should stay in their circle. I might get a little bit of grief from that from the pitchers watching at home, but we'll wait to see as she affects the final out. Good to see the pitcher enrolled, right?
Very good. Not afraid to get amongst it.
No way, we'd rather see her backing up, but made a good decision in the end to fake that throw and really put that doubt in Cara's mind. Yeah, I was just saying how there's no reprieve here in this Angel side with Millie Fidge as their second pitcher, or first reliever, I guess you could say. She pitched an absolute blinder last night against Glenelg, who were playing for a top of the table spot. Great pickoff attempt from Chelsea Robinson. It was Sophie Hoyle covering second on this occasion. Tried to sell the tag on Becky Havis, but umpire at 2, Kevin Tannenberg, wanted nothing of it. 1 ball, 1 strike is the count. Go round the umpires in a moment. Poppy Carmen swing and a miss, so 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ian Gray has played umpire and Dave 180B Datsun on first. KT, Kevin Tannenberg on second, and the Hall of Famer himself, Neville Lawrence on third. Poppy Carmen goes down swinging for the third out. Vespas did score a run to tie it up. It is 4-all going into the last inning, and our very special guest is Jess Neves. Let's get the pronunciation right. I say Neves. Lee Hull calls you Neves. Let's put that argument to bed.
You're right.
Lee probably won't be watching, but I will replay it for him when he comes into the office next, just to let him know the correct pronunciation of our star player that is joining us in the commentary position. We'll probably have to let you go soon, don't we? Because your team's probably warming up somewhere.
Yep.
So we'll wait until the action begins, and we'll let you go. It's been an absolute pleasure having you here, Jess. I want to personally wish you all the very best of luck for the Gillies Shield. I know it's your first Nationals, but for a lot of people watching at home, they might not know the journey that you've been on. You've trialled for the team for a couple of years, and you just kept at it. You've improved your game, and you are one of the stars of the competition now. So congratulations on that work.
Thank you.
And you're a handy soccer player as well. I've seen you play out at the Pine Stadium. Is that Croatia?
Yes, yep. Do play over there. Might have a season off though, so we'll see.
Wait and see, huh? Well, listen, thanks so much for joining us. I hope you enjoyed yourself.
I did.
Here in the commentary position, because I had a thrill with you joining us, and so I'm going to wish you all the very best of luck for your 2 games tonight.
Thank you.
Not that you need it, because you're straight through to the grand final next week, and
which is good.
Wish you all the best of luck for that as well.
Thanks, James.
No worries.
Thank you.
Take care. Well, Jess Neves joining us at the commentary this evening. One of a few of the players that will be joining us here in the commentary tonight. And we wish Jess and the Emmsee Sportswear Thunder all the very best for their 2 games tonight. Well, this is Mickey Collins, also in the left-handed batter's box tonight. Bases are loaded. Jenny Gray's on third, Regan Lambert on second, and Zoe Young on first base. Swing and a miss from Mickey, and she goes down swinging. So great start from Ella Forrester, who's been a really handy get for the Vespas. She's in the under-18s squad as a train-on, but she's actually been terrific in this competition. So well done to you, Ella. She strikes out the first batter, who was the 9 hitter, Mickey Collins. Back to the top of the order for the Angels, and Jordan Lambert grounded out the first inning. Goes opposite field here, and it will go foul, although the wind is quite heavy. You might not see it, but I can feel it, definitely. Well, we can all feel it here. Watching that, and that ball may have stayed in play. Actually, the wind was that strong. That was the slight hold up. 1 ball and 1 strike now on Lambert, as Forrester just with the squint of the eyes. She might have a little bit of sun to deal with at the moment, the low sun. Lambert goes opposite field again, and a good catch taken from Ada Caruana. And for the Angels, we didn't have the runner tagging up, so no run scored. Not a bad piece of the ball from Lambert, though. It went pretty hard and flat, but straight to the fielder out there at right field. That is Ada Caruana. 4-all, so 2 quick outs from Forrester. Chelsea Robinson We'll need to keep the ball rolling here for the Angels. They're down to their last out, and they haven't put a run on the board in this inning. It's been a low-scoring game so far. Robinson pulls this one out to left field, and Jordan Lee just had a little bit of trouble negotiating the sun. How quick was Lambert there? Didn't break stride from second base. That was Regan Lambert. Chelsea Robinson scores 2 runs with that single, and that will give the Angels a handy little buffer as they'll go into the final inning, bottom of the final inning. They looking to beat the Vespas for just the second time. Vespas have beaten the Angels 4 times so far in the season. Sophie Hoyle watches that one high for a ball. Low for a ball 2. Well, Millie Fidge is warming up in front of me, just rotating the arm a little, so I'd say she's the next one to come in for the Angels with 2 out. She's on deck for Sophie Hoyle. That ball is fouled all the way out to the left field corner, so a bit further to chase the ball for Jordan Lee, because that fence or that home run line's in just a little closer. Got some great guests coming up. Players from all teams are joining us tonight as Sophie Hoyle hits this one all the way. It travels the required journey over the top of left field. Jordan Lee, a 3-run home run to Sophie Hoyle. We're going to see the Angels celebration. Here we go, trust exercise for the Angels. Crowd surfing maybe even. And that 3-run shot will give a 5-run lead to the Angels, and Sophie Hoyle gets the job done. She's, as we mentioned earlier, she's been hitting very well this season. Believe it or not, it's her first home run of the tournament. So good job from Sophie Hoyle to score those 3 runs for the Angels. I'm sure the Angels fans out there will be happy with that. Millie Fidge had a couple of great shots last night for the Sturt Falcons in their big win against the Glenelg Rebels. She can get onto one here tonight. She'll be helping the Angels' cause. Fouls this one off. Now, last time we saw a foul into this corner, the hitter put one out. So Ella Forrester, who got off to a great start, first 2 batters were out, has just given up 5 runs in the next 2 hitters. That's how quickly this game can change. Strikeout looking, Millie Fidge has a big smile on her face, so I think she knew it as it went through the strike zone. Ella Forrester, what a terrific inning. She had 2 strikeouts in the inning. And the Angels, though, courtesy of Chelsea Robinson and Sophie Hoyle, back-to-back hits, put 5 runs on the board. And that's going to give them a handy lead, because the Vespas are going to have to more than double their score to win this one. And they've got the 9-hitter in the order to lead things off.
And obviously, Harriet's just not coming into the game now.
Angels coach Morgan Young just ringing the changes as he hands the ball to his pitcher Millie Fidge, who will close out this game for the Angels. And the runners coming out to the field for the Vespas. See Ella Forrester on first, Ada Caruana on second, and Becky Havas on third. Erin Stone is going to face Millie Fidge, who's pitching to Chelsea Robinson. Pippa Atkins at first. Sophie Hoyle's in tight at second. Wants to make that out at home, as Stone just fouls that one off. Jordan Lambert at shortstop. Jenny Gray at third. In the outfield, Mickey Collins, Regan Lambert, and Zoe Young. fouls this off again. So good, aggressive intent from Stone so far. Just wants to get this ball into play. Give her team every chance to score a run and try and edge away that 5-run lead that the Angels have at the moment. Strikeout swing, so Fidge gets the first out with a strikeout. That brings up the very dangerous Maddie Cameron, who was walked earlier in the night, the leadoff for the Vespas. And we were speaking to Jesse Dresick at the time, and Maddie Cameron is going to be intentionally walked for the second time tonight. The first at-bat they pitched around her. The second time they didn't even attempt it to pitch, but it still brings up Amber Hood. Now, I didn't get to her stats before, but Amber Hood is hitting 5 from 5 with 2 home runs. She did get out earlier in the game, but before tonight she was hitting 1,000 with 2 home runs, one of the form hitters of the competition. Needs to get this one into play, and if she can put it out, she'll tie the game. High for a ball. Millie Fidge just throwing it in at 96 at the moment. Not bad considering she threw a big game last night for her club, the Sturt Falcons, as the runners all get a big lead. And gee, Maddie Cameron's got to be careful on first base because Chelsea Robinson attempted to pick off already once tonight. She's been one of the talented catchers on show in this fully loaded softball competition. There she goes. She was cocked and ready and looking to my left, trying to get a special comment. Just got a smile from Kelsey Nucky, who is in control of the countdown clock that you will see in the left-hand side of your screen. Swing and a miss, just a little late on that one. Amber Hood, she did have a couple of weeks off with that finger injury, but good to see that she's back in the action. Millie Fidge has been the number 2 for the Angels in this competition after Jessie Dresick, and she will go back-to-back strikeouts with that walk in the middle. There you go. I've done it twice tonight, but Millie Fidge has pitched 12 innings so far in this tournament to 61 batters. So throwing at the average, competition average, 5.1 batters per inning. Throwing an average of 1.2 strikeouts. So she'll lift that average for strikeouts with those 2, and maybe even if she can get a third, reduce that batters per inning average that she has as well. It's terrific talent on show here in fully loaded softball. Vespas down to their last out. And Hayley Benithan's the hitter. She's already gone behind in the count, 2-0. Vespas are 1 swing away from tying the game up though with loaded bases. Swing and a change-up. Millie Fidge will field this one. Throw out Hayley Benithan, and the Angels will take the win in game 1. Well, very efficient as they end the game in 3 batters. So Millie Fidge does very well for the Angels to close out the game. And there's Jessie Dresick, the superstar who was mic'd up. So thanks very much, Jessie. Congratulations to the Angels winning game 1. Well, the results that the Angels will probably now take second place, although there's still 2 games to go. Vespas will stay on the diamond. They'll face the Emmsee Sportswear Thunder. We'll take a break and we'll be back with another guest and more live softball action, fully loaded softball right here on Space. Welcome back to live softball action, fully loaded softball coming at you from West Beach in South Australia. James Harris here, and joining me two very special guests, superstars of the competition, Regan Lambert and, of course, Millie Figgs, joining us from the Angels. Hello.
Hi.
Thank you for joining us, guys. We had a couple of vacancies here in that end of the last game. We had Jess Neves join us from the Thunder, and then when she took off, the seats were empty and I was just alone. So thank you very much for joining us.
We're happy to help.
Well, you guys pulled off a great win in Game 1 tonight against the Vespas. It was 9 runs to 5 in the end.
And
I didn't know that.
Because we keep score of the game as we go. You'll see on the monitor when the game gets underway. So two of our young stars of the competition, Regan, of course, in the under 23 state team, and Millie in our under 18s team. Now, you're going away in January.
Yes.
Millie, where are you headed off to?
Oh, it's Blacktown. I've never been there before.
You've never played
I
there?
know,
You've
that's
never
what
been there,
everyone
never
says.
played there?
No.
Wow.
That's what everyone says. I've never been there.
Well, it is a sensational venue. You're very lucky to be able to go there to play. Well, on screen now are the Vespas, and they are not going to go into this game favourites, and I'll tell you why. Out of the 5 times they've played the Thunder have won all 5 games.
Really?
5-0 to the Thunder as they get ready to go, as Araha Munro just negotiating her grill there, Neve Adams, Kelsey Barker and Simi Dhaliwal.
It's like they're all scared of the camera. They're not looking at it.
No one's looking. There's assistant coach Justina. She doesn't want to look at the camera either. Number 7, superstar of the team and the competition, Steph Trzynski. I've got some stats on Steph.
She's been batting well at the moment too, hasn't she?
Not only pitching well, she's batting really well
Yeah.
as well. Well, we are just about to get underway. The umpires, most importantly, are ready to go, just waiting on the statisticians and the team list. It's an all-star crew as well. Besides plate umpire Mick Bendel, we've got Dave Datson, we have got the Hall of Famer Neville Lawrence, and our state coaching coordinator, who's also a magnificent umpire, Jackie Crafter, a woman of many talents.
I know, she brings the best lollies every week.
Best lollies?
Yeah.
Well, here's something you may or may not know. She has been a state representative for South Australia as a coach, as a player, and as an umpire. How
Wow,
about that?
that's incredible. I did not know that. She
Not
keeps
bad.
that quiet.
She's going to have to take up scoring, I reckon, so she can do that as well.
Do all 4.
Yeah.
Doesn't she score for us? Or she just sits there?
She's
No,
an
she
assistant
scores.
coach
Oh,
for
yes.
the Angels. Millie Fidge joining us, ladies and gentlemen, from the Angels. Here comes Lindy Radigan and the score sheets. Fantastic job that they do as well, the statisticians in the competition. Guys, let's... Oh, there, we've got a little puppy
Oh,
here
so cute.
at the venue. Look, guys, let's talk about the franchise owners. And without the franchise owners, there wouldn't be a competition.
Absolutely.
You guys are playing for the MFSA and the Nairne Angels side, and it's Jordan Lambert joining us there. All right. See if I can get her on camera. There you go. You can see her legs in the shot. We also have the Emmsee Sportswear Thunder. Excuse me, guys. I'll just be getting the team sheets. Thank you very much, Lindy Radigan, State Coordinator of Scoring, Softball SA Hall of Famer and Life member. No, all good. Thank you very much, Lindy Radigan, who brings us all the statistics, and she does a great job doing it. Where did I get to? Let's get back to the franchise owners. MFSA Nairne Angels, the MC Sportswear Thunder. There's their superstar, Belinda White, and the Scoots Cafe West Beach Vespas. Guys, surely you've been down to Scoots Cafe by now.
No.
Oh, I haven't.
Yes.
They're absolutely wonderful down there. Not only that they give the best food, I'm not even just saying this because it's on camera, but they have such friendly service as well. I think I went with you, James, and they knew your order off by heart.
They certainly do. And
Either you're a frequent member or very good service.
Hayley and Faris do a fantastic job. Their team at Scoots Cafe West Beach, the best coffee in West Beach. Millie, when you start drinking coffee, I very much highly recommend it.
Give it a try.
Well, we are about to get underway, guys. We'll go through the Vespas defensive lineup. We see Jordan Lee is going to pitch to Peyton Daniels, Melissa de Grief at first base, Poppy Carmen at second, Amber Hood at third with Cara, shortstop with Cara Schultz at third. And in the outfield for the Vespas is Maddie Cameron, Ada Caruana and Ella Forrest. Is at left field. Jordan Lee pitching to club teammate Belinda White, who is absolutely sensationally batting. 643 for the season, 9 hits and
that's
5
incredible.
home runs.
She's hitting it hard too as well.
Oh, Belinda White just getting her eye in here as she wants to get a good pitch to get after, because she's been so damaging with the bat so far. 762 on base average. She's got 857,000 RBIs for the competition so far. She pops this one up high. Maddie Cameron.
That's a good run in by Maddie.
Calls out the shortstop, Amber Hood. She says, get out of my way, I'm coming through. Amber feels like she's been ripped off a play.
Both speedy athletes there too. It could have been either one of them.
You're going to make way for Maddie Cameron though, Travelodge Aussie Spirit representative. Not that Amber Hood's any slouch herself. Her and Maddie have this in common. They both went to a Junior Women's World Championship for the Junior Aussie Spirit. Well, the Vespas have done very well to get the first out in Belinda White, who has been batting the house down. 643. Now this next hit is only hitting 609. Sophie Roberts is tearing this tournament apart. 14 hits, leading the competition.
Oh, great
good
shot.
She will get hit number 15
by
for the
Ada.
competition. Ada Caruana gets the ball into home to try to reduce the damage. First run of the ball game. That is Araham Munro from third base. Jess Bussell moved from second to third, and Chloe Charlton from first to second. Still loaded bases for Sarah Tonkin. Gee, this Thunder lineup doesn't stop, does it?
Oh no, they're
Ground
so dominant
ball
with the bats.
through the shortstop third base gap, and Charlton's going to score from second. So Sarah Tonkin is on fire. I saw her play last night for the Sturt Falcons, and she's just tearing it up.
Yeah,
She
she's
definitely
batting really
is.
well.
Yeah, that whole Sturt lineup is.
Oh, stop it.
Jess Nevers, the new hitter for the Thunder. And guys, Jess was our special guest during the first game, and she just made sure that she commended me that I get the pronunciation of her surname correct.
Jess
Have we got-
Neves.
It is Neves.
Oh,
Yeah.
No
because
one knows this.
Oh, we know who play with her.
you would know if you were watching in the first inning, which you couldn't do because you were playing. Did you know that Jessie Dressick was mic'd up for that
I
first
did.
game?
I thought she was just listening to music. I
Yeah,
was like, that's
we
cool.
all did.
Jess Neves gets a piece of this one out to centre field. Maddie Cameron
it.
takes another great catch. 2 catches in the 1 inning for Maddie Cameron. She was a bit quiet in that first game because the Angels were just picking the gaps, weren't
Yeah,
they?
we were. Very smart by Sophie there. I wouldn't want to run on Maddie's arm.
Well, the Thunder lineup just keeps on going. This is Neve Adams. She's hitting 500 in the
Oh,
season.
wow.
She hit a home run last week as well. Youngest player in the comp, if you don't mind.
It was off me.
It was off you,
Thanks for
Millie.
the reminder,
I'm
James.
so sorry, Millie. I did not. I didn't even think to see who it was that it was off before I made the comment. So
Right, I just exposed myself.
that's all right. Well, good on you for owning up to it. We love that about this competition. Look, I'll talk up all the other players, but Millie, I'll get to you in just a moment as Jordan Lee throws that one in pretty hard. We were just saying earlier on in the show during the first game that some of the pitching stats that would normally count in normal format of softball don't really matter as much in fully loaded softball, or can get inflated because of the runners that start on base. So we're talking about the key pitching stats of batters faced per innings, hits allowed per innings, and strikeouts allowed per inning, as the swing and a miss will be an automatic out, as there was runners occupying first and second and less than 2 out. So Neve, you're out. She's trying to get away with it there.
No, there's two out.
There is 2 out. Jeez, you're right
You're
on
all over it.
Millie. Well
James,
done.
welcome to the commentary.
Yeah, thank you, thank you. I haven't been in this game for very long as this one.
Good cover there.
Just
Oh,
gets
no.
away from Peyton Daniels. She gets back in a hurry and holds the runners up, so no damage done. 2 out, loaded bases. That's Neve Adams on first. She got aboard from a drop third strike.
Oh,
good shot.
Simi Dhaliwal for the Thunder puts another run
Oh,
on the
no.
board. This one went to Maddie Cameron. The throw just missed everyone. Sarah Tonkin's
she's
got a job
safe.
to do to avoid the tag. And as you heard from our 2 very special guest commentators, she is safe. The statewide super replay showed it went like a rocket straight past Jordan Lee. Cameron threw it to Melissa de Grief, who was covering from first base. She didn't get across far enough.
No, it looked like a bit of miscommunication there.
Just got under the slide. The tag, sorry.
And a second run comes in. Yes, you did just avoid the tag there, Sarah Tonkin. Well, in a blink of an eye, the Thunder have scored 5. This is Araha Munro, started on third base, hitting 7 in the order. And I was just saying how the key stats for the pitchers are batters faced per inning, hits allowed and strikeouts per inning. And this means that it's blowing out a little when you've got 7. The average for the comp is 5.
Oh, wow.
And it's going to keep going. Caruana's got to play it first here. Munro is
Oh,
punched
she's
out
out.
from umpire Crafter to
What a
end
great
the
play
inning.
by Ada.
Great play from Ada Caruana. She's been in a lot of the action tonight,
She
even against
has.
you guys. She had a couple of good catches and statewide super replay. This one gets right in the gap, away from the reach of Poppy Carmen. Good play from Caruana as she...
Oh, it was close.
Very close play indeed, but umpire Crafter calls the out and ends the first inning. Back on camera, guys. We'd like to give an opportunity for our guest to say hello to anyone who is watching.
Who have we
I'd
got
like to say
watching
hello
here?
to Tanner. You guys want to say hello to anyone?
Carol Tonkin, welcome. Hello, thanks for watching.
You don't have to watch the live stream. I do that part. You can say hello to your friends or your family.
I like to hope my mum's watching. I'm
Kathy's
doing her
watching
job
from
tonight.
Sydney. Yes, you are.
Thank you.
I'll say hello to Caleb Zackley because he said he was going to watch these games.
He's playing for Western Australia in the under-18 national championships that are over at Blacktown at the moment. So well done to Caleb. I saw you getting a couple of hits in the games earlier. So well done to you. Maddie Cameron versus Steph Trzynski.
It's a good matchup here.
Huge matchup.
Spirit versus spirit.
Now, let's get to these stats that I'm talking about. Batters faced per innings. Well, Millie, you're at 5.1 batters per inning on average. Tonight you would have dropped that and you would be below the competition average now.
That's
with that
incredible.
3 batter
that's
inning that you
exciting.
had. And I'll also tell you that you're leading the competition for strikeouts as well.
Really?
Your 2 that you had tonight will take you up to 16.
Neil, that's
so well done
awesome.
to
Oh,
you,
that's so
Millie.
exciting.
Maddie Cameron gets a piece of this
That's
one.
a good
It's long,
hit.
it's deep, it's Simi Dhaliwal
Bacon.
taking a catch that
On the
robs Maddie
fence.
Cameron of her
Oh.
5th home run of the season. She does score the runner from third, Ada Caruana, who was tagging up. Guys,
That is
talk
a
me through that.
clutch
Let's
catch.
watch the statewide super replay.
Right on the
Oh,
line there.
just in front
Checking
of
it too.
Well done. What a great catch from Simi at centre field.
Again, great out to get as well. Maddie Cameron keeping her off base.
Pitcher Steph Trzynski was happy with that as well. We saw a big smile there on the replay. Amber Hood this time as Belinda
Oh, good
White
shuck.
just held on to it a little bit
Yeah.
longer than normal as the runner from third base
I think it almost took her by surprise.
is safely aboard at second. That's Poppy Carmen. Melissa de Grief's on third. She started on second. It was Ada Caruana.
Oh, bad bounce.
Bit of a, yeah.
Yeah, tough bounce to Neves as Amber Hood
Oh, she's
is
gone.
going to
Good running by
score a
Amber.
run. Good running from Amber to take
Oh.
the advanced base, but it was Poppy Carmen who was in 2 minds when she turned third, wave through from coach. Benedictson.
Yeah, you can't hesitate there.
There's been so many trap plays tonight. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Yeah, some great defence. And
Great opportunity to practice that too, because it's not often in games that you'll get that.
Sarah Tonkin laying a heavy tag there on
To
the
the
head of
head.
Poppy Carmen, a club teammate. I'm sure they'll have a laugh about that one. New hitter is Hayley Benithan. She's been doing pretty well for the Vespers. One of the stars players in the lineup for the Vespers. Amber Hood's on second. She brought in that run, so 2 runs have scored now for the Vespers in a 5-2 ball game. Hayley Benithan fouls that one off. And 2 runs against Steph Drzezinski is big, because we were talking about stats before, guys. Steph Drzezinski, 3.4 batters an inning, leading the league, and she's only given up 5 hits from those 8 innings as well. Also leading the league with that average of 0.6 hits per inning. She is the big player in the competition.
Yeah, she certainly is. Like you were saying, not only with her pitching, but with that bat too.
Yeah, a good contributor with the bat. Benithan fouls this one off, and Mackenzie Ween just causing a bit of a trouble for us here as I make way for her. She goes to catch up with Alex Mackey, who's joined us as well. She was not on the camera. She's helping Kelsey Nucky push the button on the laptop for the countdown clock, 15-second countdown clock, which you'll see on the left-hand side of screen. Those 2 young ladies are the coach and assistant coach, as
Good shot.
Benithan pops this up out to right field and reads it well and takes a good catch. Jess Bushell at right field.
She'll be happy with that.
The head coach and assistant coach of our under-14 state girls. And that's where you started, wasn't it, Millie? A couple of years ago, right here in Adelaide.
Yeah.
Yep, you played in that tournament and did very well and finished in the top 5. You can see Alex Mackey and Kelsey Nucky in the back of the screen there, and Mackenzie Ween's just tucked away. You can't see her at the moment. Just pop your head up there, Mackenzie. You're on this camera here.
Over here.
Hello to those watching at home, and Alex Mackey got a mug on the shot as well. So Regan Lambert, Millie Fidge joining us at the desk. How are they doing so far? Who's watching at home? Sarah Kennedy says Luke Kay wants Millie to know if he is loving her commentary. Great work. So well done to you, Millie. You got some
Getting the nod of approval from Annie there
fans
too.
at home. Greg Rossack saying hi to Sophie Kinnear, who's cheering on Araha Munro. Sophie Kinnear is an absolute favourite of mine. She got me a cheap frozen Coke at the cinema a little while ago. Thanks, Sophie. Love you. And Sandana is watching from the Netherlands, obviously watching her daughter Melissa play first base for the Thunder. Jess Bushell just sneaks that one in and it stays fair. Neve Adams scores. Simi Dhaliwal is got a tight play at home. It's Peyton Daniels just couldn't take that ball and affect a tag. So good shot from Jess. 2-run shot. She gets to second on the throw and Araha Munro's on third. Guys, let's have a look at the statewide Super Replay.
Yeah, she went with that outside pitch, which is what we've been working on in under 18 state. Nice.
That is expert commentary right there. Statewide Super special comment from Millie Fidge. Chloe Charlton is in the left-handed batter's box. Gee, she didn't really reach for... Oh, she was reaching and swinging for that at the same time, wasn't she?
Yeah, it
gotta
looked
let
like
that ball
it,
come
didn't
to
it?
you when you're bunting. 5 runs to 3 in favour of the Thunder.
It's a good one to put down there.
Yeah, good bunt from Charlton.
Oh, she's got wheels too. Good on her.
Can't hesitate with Chloe on base.
Yeah, she's safe on first. Now, I just need to do a score correction. It's now 3 runs have crossed the plate for the Thunder in this inning, so they go to 8. It was the Vespers who had 2 runs in the first inning. So I think it's 8-2. Runners at the corners. Takes off on the pitch and the throw goes straight away.
Oh, she's proving to be quite quick on those bases.
Amber Hood covering at shortstop. So both runners down in scoring position for the dangerous Belinda White. Yes, we're already through to the top of the order for
That's
the
great hit.
Thunder, and that
See
is
ya.
a home run. Maddie Cameron
Good. That
can
is not
only
just a
watch
home run, that is over the fence, James.
as that one travels the journey for home run number 6 of the tournament for Belinda White.
And what will they do here?
Oh, that's sick.
That was so much better than ours, wasn't it?
I want to see the video
the
of ours.
Thunder piling on the runs. They're out to 11 with that 3-run shot from Belinda White. Jordan Lee's got a smile on her face.
What can you do?
Well, Jordan Lee has actually been quite effective for the Vespas, but I'm afraid the Thunder aren't looking after her here, as this one handcuffs Amber Hood a little bit there. A rough second or third bounce. Sophie Roberts is going to get aboard safely as the throw just gets away from Melissa de Grief at first base, and there's no outs for the Thunder in this inning.
That's dangerous, definitely for the Vespas.
Sarah Tonkin back up to bat. This one bounces through. Sophie Roberts takes off after she sees it go into the dirt. So later than normal takeoff, but Daniels, the catcher, just had to negotiate that as it bounces away from the glove. Sophie Roberts now on second. Tonkin pulls this to shortstop. Tough
Way to knock
play
it down there.
from Hood, and
Got it out.
has an opportunity to recover and make that out. So first out of the innings is Sarah Tonkin. Sophie Roberts not able to advance. Statewide Super Replay with a camera that's on field.
I think that came off her shin too. She's been in a bit of pain from that.
How's the innovation from Spacequake Sports, guys? Have you ever seen a camera on diamond before?
No.
So funny when they run out after you out to right field.
We want to see more players get in the action. You give it a wave on the camera. Show some of your personality, because everyone at home wants to see it.
I believe Millie Fitch last week was doing the Disney sign. Did you guys see that on camera?
Yeah, it was on there.
Is that what that was?
Yeah. It's so embarrassing.
For the young ones at home, I'm sure they'll know.
Well, if Disney Plus wants to sign us up to their streaming service, they surely can. They can buy us out for a handsome fee, of course, because we're actually on NITV as well, guys. You can watch
That's
all
great.
the replays, all the coverage of the Adelaide Club competition from the comfort of your couch at home. Channel 34 NITV on SBS, Channel 44 on SA Community TV. 12:30 on Sunday afternoons on NITV, or you can catch the action half an hour earlier on the Freeview app or on the Foxtel channel that NITV have, and that's all very special thanks to Spacequake Sports and Softball SA.
What a great job they both do.
Of course, guys. 4 years of bringing live softball action. How good is it?
I know, and setting a standard for Softball Australia as well. I've seen a couple of other states starting to get on board now.
Yeah, well done to those states who are getting their live streams going. Playing a bit of catch up though for the Spacequake Sports product though, aren't they?
Yeah,
Jess
definitely.
Neves
Nothing can top that.
Gets a walk, brings up to bat Neve Adams. Takes off on the
She'll
pitch
go.
and a stolen base.
Oh,
Sophie
got away
Roberts
from it.
goes on the throw and scores yet another run. The Vespers need to stop the bleeding. It's 1 out.
These Thunder are unstoppable.
Thunder are top of the table, guys. They've played 10, they've won 7. They've lost 3, all to the Angels. Neve Adams hits a hard shot to
poor
Hood.
Amber
She
Hood
is
getting
all
it.
over the play, gets another
Good
play.
job.
And a good out as she flies
She's
that
getting a
across.
lot of
Ball
action
magnet.
there. Yeah, can't get away from it.
Yeah, Thunder on top with 29 points, and another win here just will assert their dominance on the competition. Guys, they'll go straight through to the grand final next week, which means that you will play the Vespers. Piece of the ball from Simi Dhaliwal, and good catch taken from Maddie Cameron to end the innings.
So does that mean there's only 2 games next week?
2 games next week. We've finished the minor round tonight with this game, the Vespers versus the Thunder, and then the Angels will take on the Thunder. And then next week, game 1 will be the preliminary final, I guess you could say. Will be the Angels versus the Vespers. And then the winner will take on the Thunder in the grand final. And Guys, let us know what you think of this format of the game.
It's good for going into normal games because it's like, I don't know, there's less pressure basically in the Wednesday night, Saturday games because no runners on.
Yeah. Well, we can tell from the camera angles that all the players have got smiles on their face.
Yeah, definitely.
Looks like they're really enjoying it. Give us a player's insight, guys. What's the... is it just a bit of a laugh, or are you taking it still taking it seriously? But as we can see, another smile. Big smile on the face of Jordan Lee. She's up to bat.
I think it's a lot of fun. We all want each other to get the best out of it, but also in situations where you might get a bit down on yourself, usually in a really tight pressure situation, you kind of just get behind each other a bit more and you can have a laugh with the other teammates, because in this situation, when you are playing with people that you don't usually play with, or when you're versing people from your club, you know a lot of the other people and you guys can, close play here.
Maddie Cameron tried to take advantage of a rare mistake from Belinda White. It just bobbled out of her glove.
Teammate.
I reckon they were laughing before.
Yeah.
We'll see it on the
Exactly what we
statewide
mean.
Super Replay. It actually bobbles out as she went to transition to throw the ball back, and they were laughing at one another as they collide in at home, but they're both okay. As the whole collective Stars team breathe a sigh of relief.
I wouldn't want either of those injured.
Jordan Lee having a big swing. Here is the statewide Super Replay. Maddie Cameron almost pulled up a little bit as well.
I think
by the
she
looks.
knew.
Swing and a miss. That is the lead-off for the inning, and there's already 2 out. So Steph Trzynski's stats are only going to get better. Unless, of course, Peyton Daniels can help out the cause of the Vespas. They're chasing 10 runs. Trzynski's done her job again.
That's a good pitch there. Peyton Daniels looking ready to hit though.
Daniel's been a pretty good contributor for the Vespas, hitting .333 with a .429 on base average as well. So
That's great. Hitting anything over 300 is incredible.
yeah, young player in the under-18 state team. Swing and a miss on the high pitch from Trzynski. Well, guys, you were just talking about the level of competition, the players you're playing against. Who's a player that you've been really enjoying playing with rather than against?
On these Thursday night games, or?
Yeah.
Oh, Regan. Love the comments
She
coming
has to
from
say that 'cause
Centrefield.
I coach her.
You coach her at Scotch College, of
That's
course.
I'll have
Put
to
2
bench
and
her if she
2
doesn't say
together.
No, I think it's really good to play with. You meet a lot of new people through this competition. So, for example, people like we have a lot of younger players in our team who I probably have never spoken to before. So to get to know a lot of them and see them around the diamonds on Wednesdays and Saturdays is awesome. And I think Millie's hilarious. Jessie Dresswick's classic. I mean, you guys would have heard that surely on her special comments before.
Well, she joined us last week as well at the table. So
Yeah,
and
she's a
she's no
character.
stranger to the commentary box. She helped us at the under-17 national championships earlier in the year. You were the poster girl for that tournament,
I
weren't
know,
you? With
me
that,
and Jessie
you and
Keach.
Jessie Keach.
Yeah, it was everywhere.
And Softball SA, of course, winning the Community Event of the Year award, of the Sport SA award. So for a second time, let's have a look at social media. Paul Roberts is obviously watching his daughter, Sophie. Really hope that Softball Australia has organised some coverage of the Gilly Shield. Well, in fact, they have. There is a live streaming and that'll be made available soon, I'm pretty sure, if they already haven't suggested. So 2 games a night will be played of the Gilly Shield this year from the main field. So I think the SA Stars have got about 4 games on that schedule. So watch out for the Gilly Shield. This one gets away from
going
the catcher,
home.
Peyton Daniels,
Oh.
and this time.
Another one.
Collision with the pitcher. Poppy Carmen's back on the stripe for the Vespas.
It was really aggressive base running by everyone. It's good.
Yeah, that's what we saw at the Summer Slam earlier in the year, Softball Australia's product, in that we saw aggressive running, which brought out the aggressive throwing from the field, and another play at home.
Oh,
And
she's great. Slide there. Great slide by Neve.
Yeah,
Getting
Neve.
around the
Fade
pitcher
away.
there.
Neve slid on the outer side of the plate as the pitcher was taking the inside of the plate. So 2 pitches, both going to the back net. 2 plays at home for 1 run. So good, athletic take from Poppy.
Definitely.
Just almost out of reach.
That's a good hit too.
Great hit
ya.
from Araha
That is
Munro.
well and truly over.
A 2-run home run to Araha Munro, mostly known for her pitching. On this occasion, she gets all of it and smashes the second home run of the night for the Thunder. Boom! As she has a bit of a laugh as she sees her players rolling around in the mud. And I can tell you now that Araha Munro has been good for the Thunder with the bat and the ball, hitting .333 herself, and that was her first home run.
Wow.
But she's also one of the most effective pitchers in the competition. A little bit in the shadows of Steph Drzezinski, but for comparison, she is throwing about the same amount of strikeouts per innings and only 0.8 of a batter more than Drzezinski. 4.2 batters per
great
inning.
stats.
One of the competition's best, Araha Munro, and there she goes with a home run to extend the Thunder lead out to 13. It is 16-3 in the top of the third. Bushell grounds this over to second, and Melissa de Grief is a little bit more comfortable at second base as Becky Havas at first base takes the ball for the second out. Poppy Carmen on screen, facing the speedy Chloe Charlton. Well, guys, this will be the last inning of the game. Then you have to go and warm up again for the last game of the night. The Thunder.
Yeah, a little bit intimidated now watching this. Let's just hope they get it all out in this game.
Well, they are top of the table, the Thunder. They'll go straight through the grand final. Should you win the first game next week, you'll be facing the Thunder.
Should we? James, we'll be winning that first game.
Well, then you'll be facing the Thunder. And but for the Vespas fans back there, of course, you've got yourself a chance as well. And getting the wind-up. So, guys, I'll give you an opportunity to say your goodbyes, but I just want to thank you very much for joining us, and all the very best of luck for your next game tonight.
Thanks, James. Thanks for
See you
having
guys.
us. See ya.
There you go. Millie Fidge and Regan Lambert, very special guest commentators. And we thank them so much as they go to warm up for their game tonight. Mackenzie Ween takes off as well. Good luck to you, Mackenzie. And it'll be Alex Mackey now joining us here at the central commentary position. Now, Alex, welcome to the broadcast. Oh, can't hear you. There you go. Welcome, Alex.
Thank you.
Alex, now you're here as the state under 14 head coach that'll go and play in the regional championships in Mirrabooka, same time as the Stars. But you're here because your team's going to be playing fully loaded softball.
Oh yeah, that was close.
Batting out of the box, Chloe Charlton. That'll end the inning, so the Vespas will get themselves out of there after another big inning from the Thunder. They've got a 13-run lead as we go into the bottom of the third. Alex, welcome to the broadcast. We'll try that again. You're going to be going over to Perth with the under 14 girls state team, and the first part of that tournament is a 2-day fully loaded softball competition. So you're here to learn the rules.
Yeah, that's it. We'll see how we go.
Some tactics as well. What have you picked up so far?
A lot of quick runners low and down in the lineup, which is awesome, but see how we go.
Yeah, sure. Now, we saw at the Summer Slam earlier in the year, Softball Australia's fully loaded softball competition. We saw some shifts in the defense for hitters that would normally be pull hitters. They stack the left side of the diamond, for example, or bring in an extra infielder. Are you going to take any of those tactics into it, or do you reckon you'll just play a traditional softball defense?
We'll definitely have to take a look at all of those sort of games because they were all live streamed as well, so that'll be awesome for the girls to be able to watch a bit of that, or just play it by ear a bit, I think. All
right, Ella Forrester's up to bat for the Vespas. And we see Ellie Georgiaris pitching for the Thunder. As that one is low for a ball. Kelsey Barker's entered the game at first base. Jess Neves at second. Neve Adams still at shortstop with Sarah Tonkin on third. Gets a piece, it pops up, an infield fly as Jess Neves completes the catch for the first out. Chloe Charlton at left field, Simi Dhaliwal at centre, and Jess Bushell at right field. Ada Caruana now up to bat. Peyton Daniels, who is the catcher, is getting replaced with Amber Hood for a courtesy runner.
Such a good lineup. Every team has so many good players.
Every player who's playing in this competition is a state representative. Caruana, line drive, straight past Jess Neves. Jess Bushell picks it up. 2 runs will score as Hava scores from second. Ada Caruana, what a piece. That one went like a rocket straight past Neves. Let's watch the statewide super replay. And we see the second run across the plate there, Becky Hava. So Vespas on a bit of a roll now. They're catching up to the Thunder.
What score do we have now? Oh,
Ground ball to shortstop.
Good play from Neve there.
Yeah, Neve Adams, very smart play. Kept her composure and played the lead runner. Although she was running behind her, she was able to still turn and make a play. 2 out very quickly in the bottom of the third. Georgiaris pitching very well for the Thunder. Bobby Carmen is the hitter. And Alex Mackey joining us at the commentary. We've got a, don't worry, you won't be left alone for long. We've got one more special guest to come from the Vespas.
Oh, good pickup.
Oh, Ellie Georgiaris just does the fielding off her own pitching and ends the game. An 11-run win to the Thunder. They'll pick up a bunch of points to go further ahead, top of the table in this fully loaded softball competition. And well done to the Thunder. They'll secure their place in next week's grand final, but one more game to go tonight. It is the Angels versus the Thunder. I'm just trying to capture the eye of our producer here, David Muggleton. Are we going to go to a break or are we going to keep talking? We will have a short break and we'll come back not too far away with special guest commentator Alex Mackey, and it'll be from the Vespas. It will be Peyton Daniels joining us as the teams will change over, and it was the Thunder. 11-run winners over the Vespas in that game. We'll be right back with fully loaded softball action. Don't go away. Welcome back to live softball action. It's fully loaded softball here in South Australia. We're at West Beach. It's an absolutely terrific night. I have no doubt about it. The Spacequake Sports crew will capture a shot of the moon that has just come up over yonder. Look at it. It's huge tonight, guys. What a great night for softball. James Harris here and joining me for Game 3 of Week 6 of fully loaded softball competition. 2 superstars from our state under-18 team, Peyton Daniels, and sorry, what was your name?
Cara
Schultz. I kid. Cara has been around for so long that I forget that she's still in the under-18 team.
Yeah.
Cara, what's this, your 15th season of A-grade softball this year?
I think so, yeah.
Probably seen season 4, and there is a shot of the moon just taking up the entire screen, just popping up over the Adelaide Hills, and that's the Football Federation venue, German Shepherd Dog Club, and here we come onto the diamond, fully loaded softball coming at ya. Well, Belinda White's going to be catching for the Thunder for Game 2 tonight. She's hit 6 home runs in the competition, and I just got a cheeky little look from her as well. Guys, it's the Angels versus the Thunder, and it's Game 3 for the night. What do you guys think?
I think that will be a good matchup, like good pitchers here, Millie versus Araha, I think. So, and then good catchers, obviously like Bell and Chelsea behind the plate, and they've both obviously got good like batting lineup, so it'll be a good game, I reckon. Yeah.
Yep, just a slight delay here as plate umpire Kevin Tannenbring just reminds us that we're just waiting on the lineup cards from the scorers. So just wait just a couple of minutes longer, or hopefully not too much longer, as we've got special guest commentators Peyton Daniels and Cara Schultz. I was just looking at the social media. It just caught me off guard. There's Belinda White, home run hitter extraordinaire. Sonia Young, just reminding everyone it's cherry time.
Yep.
And guys, I purchased my 2 kilo box of cherries just a couple of days ago.
Oh, thank you, James.
So very much looking forward to that. And it goes to a great cause, of course, because it is a fundraiser for our state under-18 team as we get the lineup card. So we're about to get underway. We can see on screen the batter and catcher, Chelsea Robertson and Belinda White, just checking out the moon as well. It is a full moon tonight, and Cara Schultz, Peyton Daniels joining us. So let's get back onto these cherries, guys. Tell us about it.
We're doing cherries as a fundraiser for our like under-18s team to just help out with some of the costs, and yeah.
Well, there it is. If you are watching us on social media, check out our Facebook page and the comment section, and you can see where you can buy your 2 kilos of cherries right before Christmas, right in time for Christmas. And I see that the date that you can pick them up is the 21st of December as well, and that is the day before the All-Star game. And the under-16 state team will play the under-18 girls.
Yeah,
you guys, the curtain racing game.
Yeah.
And for the first time, we're live streaming that game as well. So you guys will be on camera again.
That would be a good game.
Hi to everyone who's watching at home. An old friend of mine, Claire, is watching. Darren Fidge is watching. You just missed your daughter. She was a special guest commentator last game as well. Give us a shout out if you're watching from home. And we'll say good day. Let us know where you're watching from. Belinda White just having a bit of a joke around there, starting off in the left-handed batter's box. Is that a plane coming in through the moon? What a camera angle that is. Oh, David Muggleton's going to be happy with that shot. Well done, Spacequake Sports. Just great timing as we're about to get underway for Game 3. Millie Fidge versus Belinda White. And guys, we've spoken a little bit about stats so far tonight. You wouldn't have heard it, you were playing. Belinda White is 10 from 16 in the competition with 6 home runs. She gets a piece of this one. Well, Regan Lambert just got the same batter out twice.
We had the whole outfield fielding on the dirt.
A shift was played. The Angels fielder happy with that. It paid off. A double play. but a run scored. Belinda White with a hit that went up the middle. Regan Lambert, the centre fielder, came charging in, stood on second base, then played the force out at third as well. This one gets away from catcher Chelsea Robinson. She nearly hurt herself a couple of weeks ago doing that, as the ball just gets caught up on the net. We might have to get one of our partners to come in and supporters of softball to tighten up that back net, I think. So what happened? Oh, we can see a switch in the outfield as well. Oh man, this game just moves so quick sometimes it's hard to keep up. One run is scored though for the Thunder. Sophie Roberts gets a piece over to second base, and a good play from Harriet Rashid. 2 batters in the inning.
3 outs.
1 run was scored, 3 outs were made, including a great double play from the Angels outfielder Regan Lambert. They were playing a switch on Belinda White, and rightly so. I was trying to get to her stats, guys. 10 hits for the tournament, 6 of them home runs, if you don't mind. Cara Schultz, Peyton Daniels joining us here, and thanks everyone for watching at home. We can see James Gosler is watching. He's asked me for the last 4 weeks to say hello to him. Hello to James. He was the captain of the SA under 17 boys last year. You guys played here last year as well, earlier this year.
Yeah.
And I don't know if you guys know or not, but we were the community event of the year, Sport SA Awards for the 2nd time. And that was for the coverage that we had of the under 17 nationals that you guys played in.
Yeah, it was great coverage just to watch and watch other teams as well, to get their kind of sneak on them in a bit and work out what their hitters are hitting, what pitches they can't hit, what they can hit. It was good to go back and watch games that we've played against the other teams as well, just to learn from it. Yeah.
Yeah, awesome. You guys made it all the way through to the finals.
Yeah.
Age groups changed this year. It's now under 18. So what's the expectation for the under 18s this year? Is it to go out, give it your best, or have you got a goal to make the final?
We've definitely got a goal to make a final. We, in our first, one of our first trainings, we all sat down as a team and talked about what our team goals were, get to nationals, make it through the first round, and then obviously
lead-off batter for the Angels in this game is Harriet Rashid, who hits a blast grand slam home run for the Angels. Let's have a look at the celebration. Harriet Rashid enjoying that one. Lead-off hitter tries to knock them all out. She falls over herself.
Nearly missed the plate.
4 runs have scored. What a great shot from Harriet Rashid. We might get a look at that on the statewide super replay. And guys, if we do, I'll get you to call it. There's Belinda White's shot. We can see the outfielder come all the way in, touches the base, then plays third. A tag was made. Mackenzie Ween with a shot. She's had a terrific tournament as well for the Angels. She's got a very good batting average as well. Mackenzie Ween, 444 on the season. So add that hit in there, she just might be up around 500 about now. Araha Munro has been one of the better pitchers in the competition, but Angels just getting on top of the Thunder here early on in the game. Sophie Hoyle shows bunt. Something that we're not accustomed to. Sophie Hoyle showing bunt. One of the bigger hitters in the competition, guys.
You can hear Jessie in the background having a little chant going.
When a batter like Sophie Hoyle comes up, what do you do in the field? Do you take a step back?
Oh, definitely. Definitely at third. I'm taking a step back.
Goes opposite field. Looks like she's got a lot of it. But Chloe Charlton takes a good catch. The breeze held it up a little bit, and Mackenzie Ween has to return and retreat back to first base.
Good job by Chloe out there. The wind's a bit.
Yeah, statewide super replay will show it that Chloe went to her right, had to come back to her left, and in the end took it pretty comfortably. That is Steph Trzynski at first base. You can't tell her with the new hair colour. She won't be happy with that. Jordan Lambert, just a little bit ahead of it there, looking to go after it. may have pulled a back muscle as Belinda White offers a back massage. We'll go around the infield in a moment for the Thunder. We've already mentioned a couple of their players already as Lambert gets rung up on the outside edge for that one. 2 strikes and behind in the count. Goes opposite field on that outside edge. Well, for Araha Munro, the opportunity to pitch to Belinda White,
Yeah.
what's that like? You know,
And she's like developed so much, just having that like experience behind the plate, just to like teach her like.
Lambert goes deep to centre field, but a catch comfortably taken from Kelsey Barker, one of your under 23 teammates from earlier in the year. And I guess the point I'm trying to make is that you get to play with the different people. I've asked it of all our guests tonight. Who's the player that you've enjoyed playing with the most?
Oh, definitely Maddie Cameron. Yeah, especially because she's on our team. She has so much like experience. It's just like amazing that how like much knowledge she has, and she just like gives it to us. Like yeah, it's amazing. Just like how she treats us, and it's amazing how much like she tries to like improve us as well as like doing well in this competition.
That's awesome. That's awesome. I just might quickly double check that we can hear Peyton Daniels on the microphone. We've got the 3 mics going. I'll just get you to call us through the action there for us, Peyton.
Yep, strike out from Mickey Collins.
Good pitch there by Araha Munro.
Yeah, Angels up 4.
Yeah, just can't hear you, Peyton, on the on the headset. So I'll just get you to bring the microphone just in a little bit closer to your face there. And thanks to everyone who's watching at home. Ashley Daniels says Peyton Daniels is the best. How about that one? And also Brenda Daniels, Peyton's Mima from the States, is watching. Oh, she's here. She's here visiting in Australia. Hello to Peyton's Mima. Now, Jared Farrell was commentating last week. He said you were from Illinois. Is that right? Well, there you go. Troy Purcell's watching from Queensland back home, and Brenton Bernathan, who's one of our favourites here, watching from Werribee, so he must be on the road somewhere. So say g'day if you're watching from home. We've got Peyton Daniels, we've got Cara Schultz, special guest commentators. It was the Angels that put 4 on the board. The Schoolbug shows 4-0. It's actually 4 runs to 1 in favour of the Angels. Emmsee Thunder scored 1 run last game. Top of the second, Sarah Tonkins the hitter. The runners on base, Sophie Roberts on first, Belinda White on second, and Chloe Charlton on third. There was only 2 batters last inning, so Millie Fidge might have a chance for a double play again. Well, as Chelsea Robinson went to make a second and subsequent play, the ball slipped out of the glove. So let's have a look at the statewide super replay. Ground ball straight back to Millie Fidge. She played home and it just bobbled first, so we're safe all round. So a second run scores for the Thunder. It's 4-2 now. Ellie Georgiaris is the new hitter. Geez, non-stop action here in the game, isn't it, guys?
Yeah, it's so quick. It's hard to keep up commentating.
Cara, this isn't your first time. You joined us as a special guest commentator. Yeah. Was it last season? Yeah. Sophie Kinnear, one of our good friends, says natural commentators, Cara Schultz and Peyton Daniels. So hi again to Sophie. You've had a couple of comments tonight. And swing and a miss from Ellie Georgiaris.
1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'll just have foul ball back there. Mr. T tried to grab that one.
And as the wind picks up a little bit, my team lineups are going all over the place, so I might have to just call the action live. Guys, correct me if I'm wrong with the players in their positions. It's Ellie Georgiaris hitting for the Thunder. Check swing, and umpire at third base says no. Is that Ian Gray at third? KT is on the plate. Dave Dadson at second and Neville Lawrence at first. George Jarvis reaches for this, pulls it to the left side. Bed bounce for Rashid. Goes to right field and 2 runs will score. Sophie Roberts crossing the plate for the Thunder to tie up the game. And in the top of the second, I don't think we've got an out yet. The runners are on first and second, and 3 runs have scored, or has that 4 now?
I think it's 4.
Well, 4 runs will make it 5-4 in favour of the Thunder. To shortstop, Lambert plays one of the runners, so forces out George Harris at first. Runners are now on the corner for Neve Adams. Simi Dhaliwal up to bat for the Thunder. Has been quite impressive on the season. Playing centre field, roaming the outfield for the Thunder, and handy batter in the lower order. One of the under 18 players, one of your teammates for Nationals.
Yeah.
Robinson.
Good catch by Chelsea there.
Yeah, it was a good play. She read it well off the bat. Munro comes up to bat now. Guys, against your team, just a few moments ago, about 10-15 minutes ago, she hit an absolute monster home run. Bet you she enjoyed that.
Yeah, she has lots of power. Very good hit, Ara.
Swing and a miss on this occasion on Millie Fitch, who's in her second inning of this game and third for the night. So this will be the last inning for Fitch. How important are tactics in this game?
Oh, so important. You've got to have a game plan ready to go. Pitching changes, fielding changes.
What's one of the game plans that you've had for the Vespas?
So we've decided to field back as the leg pivot positions. Good catch by Sophie there.
Yeah, great catch from Sophie Hoyle. It came off the end of the handle of Araha Munro. She's shaking her hands as she runs off. And a good inning for both teams. The Thunder are able to put 4 on the board. They hold a 1-run lead. Scorebug just needs to catch up there. It's 5 runs to 4 in favour of the Angels. They get the opportunity of, or advantage of, batting second. We have got 2 very special guest commentators right here, Peyton Daniels and Cara Schultz. You want to say hello to anyone watching at home?
Not really.
You got family here from Illinois. Let's hear it. Who are they, Peyton? Awesome. All right. Who's watching at home? We've got Ella Forrester cheering you guys on. Go Peyton and Cara. And Austin Pundit wants to say hello. He met the wild thing tonight, Jessie Dressick. She was really nice. And she looks a lot taller in person as well than what she is on the diamond. Very imposing. Sue Davies is also watching. Kelsey Barker. Sorry she can't be there tonight. And she's loving the commentating and not yelling at them tonight. How about that? All right, well, thank you so much for watching at home. We're in the bottom of the second. Jenny Gray's the hitter. She's already behind in the count. Araha Munro for the Thunder in her second inning of work here tonight. We haven't seen Trzynski in this game yet. You reckon we'll see her close out the game? Or
she might even close out. Or
maybe Ellie Georgiaris?
Yeah, Ellie Georgiaris is warming up before.
Well, the Thunder are already through to the grand final, so they don't have to risk her.
Yeah. They could keep her and hide her against the other batters, just so they don't get any chance off her.
Regan Lambert is the new hitter up to bat for the Angels. Jenny Gray went down on strikes for the first out. Lambert has a big cut at that one, and 1 ball and 1 strike is the count. Runners on base are Sophie Hoyle, Jordan Lambert and Mickey Collins. Watches that one for a called strike. Mickey Collins, part of the under-18 team. Who do you guys want to room with? Do you get the choice or you get put in rooms?
I think we're actually having individual rooms this year. Yeah, we're staying at the uni, I think.
Awesome.
Yeah, so but I think we're like in like a dorm kind of situation. So, well, I don't really want to dorm with Millie because she's so crazy.
Lambert fouls this one off. She's just off of it. Good battle. What about Maddie? You said that she was definitely the player that you've been enjoying playing in the same team with. Is she having fun at the same time as improving you all? And
she has a good laugh. Like, it's fun to hang around with her, just to like, just to be like a friend of hers, like in that situation. Just like, she doesn't think that she's better than anyone. She's all like, wants the best for everyone in our team to have fun. Like, she's like, today she's like, let's go out and have like a good time, have fun playing softball, and not like worry about like winning or losing in a way. Like, we've got to just play the game that we're all out here that love.
It's good to hear that our players are out there enjoying the game, and she does it with a big smile on her face, doesn't she? She is aggressive. She's a big, strong player and great hitter, but she's also having fun, which is probably a lesson to be learned, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly.
Munro is doing the damage for the Thunder here. Gave up 4 in the first inning. Grand slam to Harriet Rashid, but since then it's been all Munro as she has blanked the Angels. The rest of the lineup, including 2 strikeouts this inning. Millie Fitch gets after this one. It's in the foul territory, but Sarah Tompkins out there and just out of range. Gives a life to the Angels, who is still chasing a run. Neve Adams out at shortstop. Good to see Neve getting a game there. Is she going to play for the 18s or the 16s at the on the All-Star Day?
I have no idea.
She told me 18s.
Swing and a miss for 3 strikeouts for Munro. The runners did not move. That's pretty much as good as you're going to get as an innings. 3 strikeouts, no runners advanced, not even 1 base. Steph Trzynski's all smile. She'll be happy with that. She's your battery coach, assistant coach for the under-18 team. So terrific. We were just saying before, the key stats for the pitching is not the ERA or not the runs against, so to speak, because it's loaded against the pitchers in fully loaded softball with loaded bases to start the inning. So the key stats for the pitching is the batters faced per inning, hits allowed per inning, and strikeouts per inning. Well, Araha Munro's just put another 3 on the board. She's already throwing at 0.8 strikeouts an inning, so that'll go up, that average, after today. But her batters per innings 4.2 in elite company with Jessie Dresick, also 4.2. So Munro, one of the most effective pitchers in the competition, probably only just behind Steph Trzynski, who is just a superstar in her own league. Well, speaking of superstar pitchers, Jessie Dresick is back on the mound. She was mic'd up in the first game. I'm not sure if you guys saw that or not. She had her headphones in and she was able to speak to us at the commentary position. Fantastic addition to the Spacequake Sports Cool team. We've just got through that change of innings a little bit longer than normal. I think the hold-up was that we've got a couple of new players into the game. Jessie Dresick is pitching to Chelsea Robinson, Jenny Gray at first, Harry Rashid at second. Is it Mickey Collins at third base with Jordan Lambert at shortstop? Take us around the outfield, if any of you can see. Regan Lambert.
Regan Lambert, Mackenzie Wayne in centre, and Pippa Adkins at right field.
There you go. Cara Schultz, Peyton Daniels joining us here at the commentary box. This is Kelsey Barker up to bat. She's been no slouch in this competition, hitting 444. She's got a home run, hitting 5 on base of 545. A hit by pitch will advance the runners around, so the Thunder will go to 6 runs to 4. Just got to catch up the score bug, but 2-run lead there to the Angels as Kelsey Barker is okay. Just a little hit on the leg there. Left-handed batter in the box is Chloe Charlton. Guys, what can you tell us about Chloe?
Oh, she's so quick. Just like that play before, she just bet it out. It was amazing.
That runner get in the way of the fielder then? No, I don't think.
I don't think so.
Umpire Kevin Tannenbring is going to call her out for that, but Mickey Collins definitely had an opportunity at that play. So the runner's just got to be careful she doesn't get in the way of the fielder, and Chloe Charlton gets a life. Just waves the bat around and her front legs moving a little bit, but on the move and pulls out just in time for ball one. Let's have a look at this. Yeah, Mickey Collins had to go around the fielder there, so very fortunate, but this is a very social format of the game. You guys enjoyed playing fully loaded softball?
Yeah, it's been so good.
Good chance to get some more at-bats in.
Yeah, exactly. Just to get some like live hitting
Good
off.
game time.
Yeah.
You two both play for the Seacombe Tigers softball club. You're on a bit of a roll, won 3 in a row now. Who are you playing this weekend?
We're playing Hills Heat at 4 o'clock.
This one just cuts the edge, and Chloe Charlton can't do anything but smile as she runs off for a strikeout to Jessie Dressick. Geez, it's been a bit of a pitcher's game the last couple of innings, hasn't it? With Araha Munro just going about her business there. Score bugs just needs to be changed. It's 6 to the Thunder, 4 to the Angels. As it was Araha Munro who just shut down the MFSA Nairne Angels for 3 batters for 3 strikeouts. Unbelievable. Great to see Araha Munro. Jessie Dressick hits this one towards the middle. Great backhand play from Harriet Rashid. Neves beats that one out, so it's just the force out at second for the second out of the inning. Another run will cross the plate. 7 runs to 4, so it's still within reach for the Angels. Now, these two teams have played each other 5 times so far. It's been going for 5 weeks, and it is the Angels with the 3-2 advantage over the Thunder. You guys have got the wood over the Angels, haven't you?
Yeah.
This one jams up the hitter, Sophie Roberts, and Jenny Gray will make the out, and the third out of the inning. The run won't count, so 7 runs to 4 as the Thunder complete their final batting inning. As we go into the bottom of the third, we watch the statewide super replay to see the inside pitch just jam up Sophie Roberts. There she goes. She just tries to avoid the tag at the end, but it was always going to happen. Cara Schultz, Peyton Daniels joining us at the commentary position, and next week it is finals action. You guys will face off against the Angels in the first final, and then the winner will take on the Thunder in the grand final. So something to play for. You guys have enjoyed this tournament, so thank you guys for playing. Do you guys talk about it during the week at all? Are you thinking about it, or is it just some extra training in preparation for your nationals?
Sometimes we think about it, and sometimes it just depends really, whether we're obviously focusing on like a bit ahead in the week, or sometimes you just have a busy week and you don't really think about it that much.
And come out and just have fun.
Well, we can see the Angels runners going out to the to their bases. Just leave it off, Cara. Actually, we might just ask to mute Cara's microphone as she... Thanks very much. You can put that back on now, Cara. Oh, we can hear her feedback, but that's okay. Troy Purcell is asking about the pitching rule. The pitching rule won't change. Gives the advantage to the Emmsee Sportswear Thunder, which will allow any of their pitchers 2 innings in a game, and for the Angels or the Vespas, maxing out each pitcher at 3 innings per night. So there's some tactics in play, that's for sure. Part of the trouble, the hardest part is to get to the grand final,
exactly,
right? Got to get into the grand final before you can win it.
Yeah, definitely.
All right, Chelsea Robinson up to bat. She's been one of the form hitters for the Angels. Before tonight, she was 9 from 21, hitting .429 with 2 home runs. And she goes after this one. Ellie Georgiaris is the new pitcher for the Thunder, and fouls that one off. Neve Adams catching. Jess Neves has gone over to shortstop. Any other new players into the game?
I think that's all. Yeah, just Ellie and Neve.
Good block from Neve. Got a massive week of softball coming up next week. Although we will bring you all the Adelaide Club competition action this Saturday as Chelsea Robinson with another single. This one goes to centre field. Kelsey Barker just held on to it just a little too long, and then it gets away from catcher Neve Adams. Runners will advance an extra base. Millie Fidge over to third. And Chelsea Robinson over to second. So statewide super replay will show this hit up the middle for Robinson. Scores 2. And it reduces the lead. Angels are in reach now. Home run hitter Harriet Rashid now up to bat. 7 runs to 6. So game-winning run on second. Just watches that one through. Down the middle. Nods. That one is high for a ball. Yeah, so big week of softball coming up. Next week, Softball SA is hosting school holiday clinics. They start on Monday and they run through to Thursday. We are back with Wednesday night action right here, Spacequake Sports. Going to be a big week for Spacequake Sports as well, because then on Thursday night, we've got the finals of fully loaded softball. Saturday, Adelaide Club competition, final game of the year, as Rashid will get her second hit of the game. Ties up the game with that. Chelsea Robinson holds up at third. Rashid at first. Ties that game up with that hit. Bringing up Mackenzie Ween with the winning runner on third. Great replay on the statewide super replay, of course. Saturday, the final game before Christmas break, and then it is the Stars versus All Stars weekend or game. Mackenzie Ween's going to win the game with that shot. A single out to centre field. Harriet Rashid will turn second and into third. Mackenzie Ween wins the game with that shot. The game will continue to go because there's points on offer for a larger winning margin, but Angels will pick up a win, defeating the Thunder for the 4th time of the season, 4th time out of 6 games. So should they beat the Vespas, you might have something to say about that next week. They might go in as favourites into the next week's grand final. Pippa Atkins up to bat now for the Angels. And then, yes, I was just saying the All-Star game, which will start up at 9 o'clock, under 16s versus under 18s. Then the Stars versus All-Stars game. We were trying to get a men's game going, but that might be on standby. But you guys, there's something else happening as well. Tell us about it.
So last week we had our under 18s team did a clinic with the under 14 girl, like both of the under 14s teams, and we just went through some like different like techniques of like how to like hit or like field, or like just some new things that they could like pick up or learn that we've learnt from our like coaches, or even being in the fully loaded from like the Stars players.
That's amazing, giving back to the sport and to the young junior development team. What do you take out of that? Is there Pippa Atkins goes opposite field, gets a good piece of the ball and a good catch taken out of left field from Simi. Harriet Rashid is rewarded for her efforts as she crosses the plate. She's had a big night tonight, and Mackenzie Ween advances to second. So good shot from Pippa Atkins. A sacrifice fly scoring another run. So 2 runs is now the margin in favour of the Angels. What do you get out of that, guys? A sense of satisfaction. You know, you're helping the next generation of our players. The ground ball from Lambert to Sarah Tonkin. She'll beat this one out. You give Lambert one chance and she'll take advantage. She just was cruising out of the box there, and then she just put her foot down, and Sarah Tonkin looked up, she blinked, and Lambert was there.
Yeah. It's really good to like teach the younger girls, and it makes you think about like your own personal like how you're like batting or fielding.
Well, Sarah Tonkin fields that bunch from Mickey Collins, but no one was covering first as the Angels load the bases up now for Jenny Gray. Yeah, giving back, and you two are both products of the Dragons program as well. You both were a part of it. How many years did you do the Dragons for, Cara?
2, I think.
2 years,
yeah.
Peyton?
Just one.
And did you go on the overseas tour? Didn't do
Yeah.
the overseas tour. Might have been on another year, but absolutely sensational junior development pathway program. And those players that have come through and graduated from that program giving back to the next wave of those players that are involved. So terrific to see. And we've actually rebranded our development teams. They're going to be called the Dragons at our regional championships from this year. So it'll be Dragons Red and Dragons Blue. Good block there from Neve Adams. So and we've got Ben Lucas, who's taken over the Dragons program this year. Now, we've seen a couple of the Dragons graduates come back as coaches. We're going to see you guys come back maybe,
maybe
if not this year, maybe in coming years.
Good shot by
Jenny Gray getting in on the action as she gets a shot to second base. So a good play from Bushell at second over to Neves for a force out at second. But 1 run will score, so it's 3 runs now the lead for the Angels, bringing up Regan Lambert as we head to the pretty close to the end of the game now. Is it 2 out now? 2 out now. There was a catch and that forced play.
Good pitch from Ellie.
Outside, and you may have heard the effects microphone. No, she didn't. Was the call from plate umpire Kevin Tannenbring. 1 ball and 1 strike on Regan Lambert. Good pitching from Georgiaris tonight. She'll be one of the battery for the under-18s going into nationals, and got 4 pitchers in the team.
Yeah, we've got a lot of pitchers this year and a lot of catchers as well. Yeah, got a good battery, especially with Steph. Leading the girls,
Fouls that one off. Guys pick captains yet, or is that coming up? Maybe before the All-Star game?
Yeah, I don't even think we've thought about that yet.
Do you guys get seniority on the All-Star game over the 16, so you'll wear the state uniform and they'll wear their training shirt, or is it the other way around?
I think that's what has happened like previous years. The 18s get priority over the 16s, or
Well, you'll be bringing the live action here, Spacequake Sports, Sunday, the 22nd of December. Lambert with a full count, got a payoff pitch and fouled it off. Deep foul territory. What's been the highlight of this competition, of this format of the game for you guys? If you were to wrap it up.
Just how quick the game goes. It's so amazing to see that we can play the sport that we play, and it can just be so quick, and so many runs, so many hits have been been scored. It's just been so amazing to see that just people that wouldn't normally get a lot of hits have been getting lots of hits in this tournament.
What about you, Peyton?
I'll probably getting to know all the older girls.
Yeah, amazing. So there you have it from 2 of our young stars of the competition, Cara Schultz and Peyton Daniels. Thanks for joining us. Are you cold, Cara? You just got you're just repping the Scoots Cafe uniform. Good to see. I'm sure Farris and Hayley at West Beach, Scoots Cafe West Beach, will be happy with that.
Definitely, yeah.
You might even be able to go in and get yourself a free coffee.
Yeah.
Have you been in there, guys?
Yeah, I actually have. I get the iced coffee with a latte. Yeah. Mum gets a latte and I get a iced coffee every Saturday.
Millie Fidge pokes at this one. It's going to land in no man's land. 2 runs will cross the plate. Runners on first and second for the Angels. The inning continues. Points are up for grabs, and a little bit of momentum as well for the Angels to take into next week's finals round. It's been an absolute privilege to bring fully loaded softball to the world. Great concept from David Pryles and his team at Softball Australia. We saw the Summer Slam tournament in February this year. It'll be back next year in just a few months' time, after the Gilly Shield, of course. Chelsea Robinson up to bat. She played for, who did she play for? The Bandits.
The Bandits,
She played for the Bandits. Very impressed that you know that, Cara. Well done. smashes this
great
opposite
shot.
field. It's going to bounce through the field for a ground rule double. 2 more runs. 1 more run will score for the Angels, with runners now on second and third for Harriet Rashid, who has had a big night already with a home run and a single RBI single. So she's got 5 RBIs on the night, 2 hits just in this game alone. Impressive batting stats for her throughout the season as well. Harriet Rashid hitting 286 before tonight. That's going to bump right up.
Oh, definitely.
Confident swing from Rashid. What do you reckon? Do you bring this back next year?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah, we didn't dream this up. It was a definite strategic move to give the state teams more game time and opportunities in their preparation for national championships, but it was Softball Australia's fully loaded product that we're playing. And if you are watching back home, you can get your association involved. All the resources, all the rules, everything you need to know on fully loaded softball at the website fullyloadedsoftball.org.au. Harriet Rashid fouls this one off, and would love to see this format of the game grow around the country and give anyone an opportunity, whether you're new to the game, whether you're elite softball player, whether you're just a beginner. And you know, you never know, we might even see that even around state championships around the country, but who knows. Thunder really need this third out. They want to get out of here as Rashid goes opposite field, but good catch. Tracking back with the ball is Jess Bushell, and that'll do it for the game. The Angels, big winners here, 13 runs to 7 as we finish the evening with a win to each team, I think. Did you? Oh, Vespas, you went down. I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean that at all. Not that it matters, because you will play the Nairne Angels next week in the first game of the finals night on Fully Loaded Softball. Very special thanks to our umpires as they go past there. Did another terrific job. And to the team at Spacequake Sports. Thank you to all our broadcast partners, Bendigo Bank, Bob Burns Blinds, Emmsee Sports, West Statewide Super, CBS and Mine Lab. There we are, we're back on camera. Thank you to Scoots Cafe West Beach players. Cara Schultz and Peyton Daniels have been joining us in the last game. Let's have one last quick look at social media. Caleb Zackledge is watching from Sydney. He's playing in the under-18 National Championships. G'day to Caleb. Good luck for the rest of your tournament. Actually, Millie gave you a shout-out because she said you'd be watching. So good luck to you, mate. And Austin has made another comment to say that the state under-14 coaches are doing a great job. Which I already know. So Barbara as well says good luck for the finals. Thunder, they go straight through to the grand final. So Thunder are the first team through to the grand final of Fully Loaded Softball, which is next Thursday night. And they will play the winner of the Vespas versus the Angels. What do you think, guys? Do you think there's going to be an advantage to having a warm-up game, win that one, go through to the grand final, or may as well just go through if you can?
Hopefully that win.
Yeah. I reckon it'll be good to get a warm-up game, get on a roll, because you never know, you could start off a bad day. Everyone on your team could have a bad day, and then you're already in the grand final, but you're having a bad day.
Only takes one pitch, right, in Fully Loaded Softball.
Exactly.
If you get one hit from the lead-off batter in every inning, you score 12 runs.
Yep.
It's as easy as that, isn't it? Thank you so much for joining us. We had some great guests tonight. We had Jesse Dressick mic'd up. We had Jess Neves joined us from the Thunder. Then we had from the Nairne Angels, we had Millie Fidge and Regan Lambert, and the two ladies to my left. Thank you very much, Peyton Daniels and Cara Schultz. Thank you so much to everyone who is watching at home. Thank you to the team at Spacequake Sports and Softball SA. Don't forget to check us out on Instagram and the social medias, Facebook, as well as the YouTube channel. That'll do it. We'll be back with Adelaide Club competition action on Saturday. Then we're back on Wednesday nights as well. It's going to be a big week on Spacequake Sports. Saturday, for Wednesday, Thursday, Saturday, Sunday. Can't wait. We'll see you then. Good night.